Hey team, welcome back to my channel. I just got back from my amazing trip to Maui. So at the end of this workout, I'm going to show you guys some pictures of that. And today we have a total body HIIT workout, right? Team, you need and Coach Matt in your water bottle. Let's get ready to rock. All right, team, we're gonna start with just a simple warm-up. We're gonna start with some half jacks. I'm gonna go ahead and bring both arms up, come up overhead, step the right foot out, back to center right here as your arms come down, then step it out overhead, left foot goes out, back to center. Our team alternating sides right here. We do need everything warm today. It is a total body HIIT workout. Good, team. But we're sure to go at your own pace. It's just a warm-up. We're just trying to get the blood flowing throughout the body. Good, team. So let me tell you guys about my amazing trip to Maui. My fiance actually thinks that Maui might be his favorite island. I had not been there, you guys, in 19 years. Perfect, team. Go ahead and step towards the back of your mat or towel. We're gonna come to some knee hugs. We're gonna go ahead and pull one knee up, give a little bit of a tug, pull the other knee up, give a little bit of a tug, all the way walking forward to the front of your mat or towel, and then backwards jog it back. Good. So I had been there twice before. This is my third time going, but I was young at the time, and so I went one time. My grandma, when I was maybe 10, maybe even younger, maybe like 8. My grandma had stomach cancer and they said, you're not gonna live very long, blah, blah, blah. And she didn't really have a whole lot of money to leave to her kids. And so she said, I'm taking everybody to Hawaii. So that's what she did. She's got 4 kids and I don't even know how many grandkids, lots of us cousins, you know. Good, team. You guys go one more here. So anyway, she took us all to Hawaii and we did Maui and Kauai. So there was that time. Good, team. Go ahead and come back to center. Go ahead and come to your natural squat stance. We're gonna go ahead and come to a squat and then come up cross body reach. So I'm gonna take my right hand, reach it across the body, get this nice spinal twist going. Squat back down, reach the left arm across the body. Alternating sides right here, team. Good. So what I really remember about it is time with my family. I don't really remember like what we did on these places. And another time I went to Maui, was for my soccer team. I played for a really good soccer team growing up, and we went to the Maui Cup one year, and I was like 13 then. So yeah, it was 19 years since I had been to Maui. And I really didn't remember a lot of this stuff. My mom's like, yeah, we did Kanapali Beach, and then we did the road to Hana, and I'm like, I don't remember any of that. Good, team. Perfect. Good, let's go ahead and take it from the top so we'll come right back into those half jacks. So everything felt new to me. It was my first time going as an adult. And Maui is big. First thing I noticed, I was like, okay, like I live on Oahu and then my favorite island is Kauai. So I've been there a few times. And there's always the big island, which you expect to be big, hence its name. But I hadn't been to Maui in a while. And on a map, you can't really tell, but Maui is big. That is a large island. Good, team. A few more here. Good, let's go ahead and take it back to the back of your mat or toe. Come right back into those knee hugs forward to backwards jog back. Good. If you drive for an hour here on Oahu, then you're on the opposite side of the island. Like that's how that goes. It's just not very big. Kauai, same thing. And so Maui, if you drive for an hour, you've gone a little bit up the coast. Like that's about it, you know? So we were kind of going between Kihei and Lahaina a lot. Those are 2 kind of more touristy kind of destinations, have lots of resorts and stuff to do. So we were kind of between those 2 a lot, and that's an hour drive in itself, and they're both on the west side. Yeah, so you just go up a coast a little bit to drive an hour there. So it's big. Perfect, team. Go ahead and come back to the center. Back to your natural squat stance. Squat to cross body reach. Good. So that's the first thing I noticed. And then they have so many vegan options. Being plant-based as a vegan in Hawaii in general is tricky. There's lots of pork, there's lots of seafood, and there's not a lot of vegan options on most of the islands. Maui has a lot of fully vegan restaurants, and lots of restaurants that at least have some fantastic vegan options. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be in charge of food, and I'm gonna create like a whole food tour. Good, team. Go with a couple more here. Beautiful. Good, let's go ahead and take the feet nice and wide right here as we come to some alternating lateral lunges. So go ahead and bend just the right knee right here, get a stretch in the left groin. Good. And then switch, bending just the left. Good, so we managed to not repeat a restaurant. Go ahead and bend just the right. Good. and then just the left. Good, we'll go with one more each side here. Back to the right, so maybe sink a little deeper, and back to the left. Beautiful team. Go ahead and walk those feet back into center. As you come, make your way down onto all fours right here, onto palms and knees as we come into a cat-cow stretch. Go ahead and drop the belly, look forward. Good. And curve belly button to spine. Look it out, get a little weird. Find any tight spots. Good team, big arch. And curve. Arch. And curve. Good, let's go with one more each. Big arch. And curve. Good team, go ahead and come to a neutral spine. We're gonna do some alternating thread the needle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take my right hand, loop it under my left, drop that right shoulder down towards the ground right here. Press back to center, and then take the left hand underneath the right, drop it down. Good, alternating sides right here a few times. Take your time here, press into that palm that's pressing into the ground to get deeper into that twist. Beautiful. You do like 3 or 4 each side if you're matching my pace. Good team, good. I have a lot of cueing right here, but once we get going, I will continue my Maui story. Good team. We had a blast. I'll tell you guys that. It was such an awesome trip. Perfect team. Go ahead and come back to center right here wherever you are, and then go ahead and curl those toes under and peel the hips up nice and high into a down dog. Take a moment here to pedal out your feet, shake off your fluff. Good, and then when you're ready, go ahead and step just the left foot forward right here. Then go ahead and drop that back right knee, uncurl the back toes. And you can option here to take a big beach ball up and overhead. The important thing is that you get this right hip tucked and pull the left hip creaser back. Good, and if you feel more stable by putting your hands on your hips, also option to stay down here. Good, so up to you. Good. Might step that foot out a little more forward if we're not feeling it. Good, get deep into that stretch. And now from here, you're gonna go ahead and rain the hands down and peel the left hip crease back as you straighten out the left leg. Runner's hamstring stretch, keep a nice soft bend in this knee. We're gonna alternate between those two a few times. Good. Hip flexor, runner's hamstring, hip flexor, runner's hamstring, hip flexor, runner's hamstring, and one more each. Hip flexor and runner's hamstring. Good team, go ahead and come back to center right here. Curl those toes back under, lift the back knee, plant the palms, and step that left foot back to meet the right. And then you're back in your down dog. Take a moment here to recenter. Beautiful, pedal it off. And then same thing opposite side. So go ahead and step just the right foot up, find your footing first, and go ahead and drop that back left knee, uncurl the back toes. And optional, take a big beach ball or hands on hips. Good. Need to find a soft spot in this grass for my knee. Good team, get that left hip tucked up underneath you, pull the right hip crease back this time. Good, you wanna feel a stretch in the front of that left hip. Good, and then when you're ready, you'll go ahead and rain the hands down, straighten out through that front leg, runner's hamstring. Good, hip flexor, runner's hamstring, hip flexor, alternating between those two, runner's hamstring, hip flexor, runner's hamstring, we'll go one more each, hip flexor, my hamstrings feel sticky, runner's hamstring. Good team, go ahead and come back to center right here, lift that back knee, curl the back toes back under, lift that back knee, plant the palm, step that right foot back to meet the left. Last little shake off right here. Good team, and then when you're ready, take a nice walk up to your hands right here, and you're in forward fold, meet your breaking point, and then roll it up. Get some water if you need it, and we'll come into our workout. All right, team, so coming into our first circuit, go ahead and come into your natural squat stance right here. I'm gonna come to an instep tap to a squat calf raise. So it looks like this. I'm gonna go ahead and take my right foot, step it towards my left, step back out into that squat position, squat, and then come up calf raise. All right, team, and then I'm gonna take the left foot, step towards the right foot, back out, squat, calf raise. So in fast motion, it looks like this. Tap, squat, calf raise. Good. Tap, squat, calf raise. All right, team, when you're ready, we got 30 seconds alternating sides right here. Let's work. Good, team. Beautiful. We're gonna get that heart rate up today. Beautiful. Remember to go at your own pace. I am just your humble guide. Good team. So anyways, yeah, so we went to all these different restaurants, never had a bad meal. Everything was amazing. And my fiance keeps like a list of everything that we do. So he has a list of all the restaurants that we went to. Good team. I have pictures of all the food that we ate. Beautiful team. Perfect. Shake it off. Go ahead and step towards the back of your mat or towel right here. We're gonna come to 2 walking lunges forward, 2 high knees backwards. So it looks like this. I'm gonna walking lunge it forward, lunge it forward. So I'm at the front of my mat or towel. And then I'm gonna high knee, get them up all the way back. All right, team? When you're ready, we got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's work. Good. So food was amazing. And probably highlights of the trip, my favorite activity, I'm totally gonna butcher the pronunciation probably, but I think it's Haleakala. You can look it up. It's a volcano in Maui that is famous. You can go and you can take a tour is what we did, which I would recommend. But anyways, or you can drive yourself for like $10, I think the entry fee is, or something like that. Perfect, team. Shake it off. We're gonna go ahead and come to a bear hold, 2 climbers to a pike. So it looks like this. Go ahead and start on all fours right here, palms and knees. And then go ahead and curl the toes under and just hover the knees. This is your bear hold position. Now from here, I'm gonna bring the right knee in, bring the left knee in, 2 climbers and then pike it up. So I'm gonna lift the hips up nice and high, back down to bear. Climber, climber, pike. All right, team, when you're ready, we got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's work. So anyways, I think it's called Haleakala. If I pronounce that incorrectly, I apologize. But anyways, we did a sunrise tour, which is famous, really easy to look it up. And they come and they'll pick you up at your place, or you can drive to the base camp, and then they'll take you up the actual volcano part of it at like 2, 3 in the morning, like super, super early. And then you go to the top of this volcano and you watch a 360-degree sunrise. It's amazing. Perfect, team. Go ahead and drop them all the way down onto the ground and flip on over onto our booties right here. And go ahead and come into a boat hold position. So I'm gonna go ahead and lean back so those abs are engaged, and then go ahead and lift the legs up just so shins so they're parallel to the ground. I'm on like a little hill on my butt right here. All right, team. So a couple variations here. From here, we're gonna go ahead and release. So the easier variation, you extend one leg out, back to center, other leg out, back to center. Harder variation, you extend both top and bottom and back up. All right, team, pick your poison. When you're ready, we got 30 seconds on the clock, team. Let's work. Beautiful, nice strong cores. So anyways, we combined the sunrise tour with biking. So those of you who have been with me for a while know that I took bike riding lessons at age 30. So I am 32. I have not been riding a bike that long. So I was really nervous about this. And at first I didn't even sign up for it. And we actually didn't decide to do it until we were already in Maui. Perfect, team. Go ahead and roll it up. We're gonna go ahead and take it from the top. So we'll come right back into that instep tap squat to calf raise. Feet in your natural squat stance. We got 30 seconds on the clock, team. Let's work. Tap, squat, calf raise. Good. So anyways, we didn't decide to do it until we were already in Maui. And this was special, so I talked to my mom. And my parents have been married 36 years. But anyways, so they did their honeymoon in Maui. Good, team. A few more seconds here. Stay with me. Good. And they did this tour. Perfect, team. Shake it off. Go ahead and come towards the back of your mat or towel. We're gonna go ahead and come to some walking lunges to that backwards jog back. 30 seconds on the clock, team. Let's work. So she recommended it to me. She was like, oh, it's so much fun. And I had seen it. That's like, a top thing to do in Maui. And I was like, oh, I'm not really comfortable on a bike, because on the website it says intermediate to advanced bikers. And so I wasn't gonna sign up for it for that reason. My mom said though, that it was so much fun, and they pick you up, you go see the sunrise, and then you bike down, and then you get brunch, and then you go home, and it's only like, 11:30 in the day. So you still have like a whole day of fun ahead of you if you want, or you can go to sleep. Good, team. Perfect. Shake it off. Go ahead and come on down, back onto those bear climbers to pike. So go ahead and come onto all fours right here. Curl the toes under and hover the knees. We got 30 seconds on the clock, team. Let's work. Climber, climber, and pike. Beautiful. So anyways, she recommended it, and I was like, well, if my mom can do it, maybe I can do it. But I was really nervous. So we did this on like our second to last day in Maui. Good, team. Nice strong cores here. So surprising to find out, not only did I bike down this mountain, which was like a huge accomplishment for me. Good, team. Perfect. Shake it off. Go ahead and drop down. Go ahead and flip on over. We'll come right back into that boat hold. And remember, you always have the easy version of just one leg at a time. I'll actually go ahead and go with the easy version this time, so I match with everybody. When you're ready, team, we got 30 seconds on the clock. Release. Let's work. Good. You just do one leg at a time. Good, team. So anyways, not only could I do it, but I was like the third fastest slash best rider out of this group of 10, which felt amazing, which one of the people ahead of me was my own fiance, and another person was like just a really serious biker. So I felt really good. I bike and I took lessons at 30, and I do bike a couple times a week just to keep up with it and learn new skills. Perfect team, go ahead and drop, get some water if you need it, and we'll come into our second circuit. All right, team, so coming into our second circuit, we're start with 4 high knees to a drop squat. So it looks like this. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the right knee up, bring the left knee up, 3, 4 high knees right here, and then drop into a drop squat. So you're gonna jump the feet out nice and wide, squat it down, tap the ground if you can. If you can't touch the ground, don't worry about it, just kind of bend those knees. And don't risk, don't mess up your squat by hinging at the hips and just reaching for the ground. Make sure you're actually dropping that booty down low, all right, team? So if that doesn't get you low enough to actually tap the ground, don't worry about it, just give it that intention, all right, team? So back to center, 1, 2, 3, 4, and drop. All right, team? If you don't want impact, it's also okay to just step it out and back to center. All right, team? When you're ready, we got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's work. So anyways, that was amazing. Best bike ride ever. And you don't need to be, despite what it says, you actually don't need to be an advanced biker. I think the only thing is you get a lot of speed. You're going downhill the whole time. So you get a lot of speed, but there's no hurry. And we did a guided tour, which I'm really glad we did, because then we kind of stopped a few times going down as a group, and he would give us some Hawaiian history. Perfect, team. Beautiful. Shake it off and go ahead and come towards one side of your mat or towel right here. We're gonna come to a lateral shuffle to a reverse lunge. So it looks like this. I'm gonna lateral shuffle across my mat or towel. I'm gonna take this inside foot, reverse lunge, lateral shuffle back, reverse lunge, opposite foot. All right, team? 30 seconds, all swing sides right here. Let's work. Good. And our tour guides were really funny. If you look at the Google reviews, lots of people are like, oh, there's so many dad jokes and stuff like that. Some people didn't have a good time, if you look at the reviews, because of weather. Nothing that has to do with the people hosting you, you know? So you are going all the way up to the top of this volcano, and I know it's Hawaii, but it's actually freezing up there. So bring lots of clothes there, bring lots of layers. As you get to the bottom, it'll be hot. Good, team. So dress accordingly. Perfect, team. Shake it off. We're gonna go ahead and take the feet nice and wide as we come into a normal push-up position, but the feet are gonna be wider than normal. So, feet about as wide as your mat or towel right here, top of a push-up. And from here, you're gonna do a push-up, pop it back, take the right hand, reach towards that left toe, come back to your push-up, take the left hand, reach towards the right toe, back to center. All right, team, if we're not ready for push-ups quite yet, it's also okay to drop to your knees right here and push from here, and then pop on up and reach it back. All right, team, when you're ready, we got 30 seconds, all swing sides right here, team. Let's work. Good. Nice strong arms, strong bodies. So anyways, yeah, the experience is great. If you're worried about the weather, my advice is to come in the summer months and not during the rainy season. But yeah, I can see how weather would mess up what would otherwise be a really fun and great activity. So that was probably my favorite activity was that bike ride. Good, team. Beautiful. Perfect. Go ahead and drop. Go ahead and come down nice and flat on the mat right here as we come into some bicycles. Let's go ahead and come down nice and flat, hands behind the head right here. Bring both knees up. You're gonna send one leg out as low to the ground as you can. Bring the opposite elbow towards opposite knee, back to center, and then same thing, opposite side. All right, team, when you're ready, we got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's work. Good, team. Good. Big exhale as you squeeze up. Good. So fiance and I also agree that was both of our favorite activity. His second favorite activity, not mine, because I was really scared. We went rappelling down several waterfalls on the road to Hana. We did not rappel by ourselves. I don't suggest that. I suggest you go with the tour. So it's called Rappel Maui, and we rappel down these waterfalls. Perfect, team. Shake it off. Go ahead and roll on up as we take that circuit from the top. So we'll come right back into those 4 high knees to a drop squat. 30 seconds on the clock, team. Let's work. Bring it up. 3, 4, and drop. Good. So anyways, I have pictures of that. Those pictures look so epic. And I was like, good thing you got a picture because I'm not doing this again. But I was terrified. I am afraid of heights and rappelling. So, you know, you're going backwards, basically off a cliff. And you're just trusting the harness and the equipment to not break and hold you up. So it's kind of a fear test. Perfect team. Beautiful. Shake it off and go ahead and step towards one side of your mat or towel. We'll come right back into that lateral shuffle to reverse lunge. 30 seconds on the clock, team. Let's work. So you don't have to be super athletic for that, but you do have to put your brave pants on. Good team. Beautiful. There was people there, both younger and older than me, significantly. Everybody made it down. The older people were more like me and just hesitant and a little bit scared. My fiance had a blast though. We thought it was a lot of fun. There was a kid there and he looked like a little spider. Like he just went all over these rocks, like no problem. Absolutely fearless. Perfect team. Shake it off. Go ahead and come back into that wide stance, push-up stance. Go ahead and come onto palms and toes right here, or palms and knees, depending on where we're at. All right, team, when you're ready, got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's work. Push and reach back. Good. But he was like inspirational. I was like, he has no fear. Kids have no fear. Good team. So anyways, you basically walk backwards, set your weight back in this harness, and just walk off a cliff down a waterfall. Good team. So we did like a practice run, like a dry run, and it wasn't very long, and that was scary. And then the next one you go on is an actual waterfall. Good team. Shake it off. Go ahead and come on down as we come right back into those bicycles. Last exercise. Go ahead and come down nice and flat right here, team. When you're ready, hands behind the head. We've got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's work. So anyways, yeah, so the next waterfall is the biggest waterfall that you go down. And I was terrified, like the whole way down. And at the end, you're allowed to like jump off the rock and let go. I didn't do that. I just lowered myself into the water. You have a life jacket on, so you just kind of let the waterfall push you away over to shore. And then you walk to the next one. Beautiful team. Beautiful team. Go ahead and grab to the back of those legs. Use that to roll on up. Get some water if you need it, and we'll come into a cool down. All right, team, so coming into a cool down, we're gonna go ahead and start with a butterfly stretch. So go ahead and bring the bottoms of the feet together right here. Let the knees just feel heavy. Good team, sit up nice and tall. If you feel like something has hooked onto your belly button and is pulling you backwards, then just walk those feet out. All right, team, give yourself a little more space. You got nothing to prove to anybody. This is your workout, your time for yourself. Good team. So anyways, yeah, I was terrified going down, and then the next waterfall we went down, I was like, oh, like after doing that big one, this is gonna be no problem. It's puny, blah, blah, blah. It was definitely the most technical, and you guys, I flipped upside down. I was terrified. So I fully tested this equipment, and it is true, you are not going to fall, because I completely went upside down. I let go of my brake line. Good team. Go ahead and rock it crisscross applesauce style here as we come into a spinal twist. I'm gonna go ahead and take the left hand to the top of the right knee right here. Slim this right hand behind, sit up nice and tall, get into this spinal twist. Gaze goes over the right shoulder. I flipped upside down and I was like, how do I get out of this? I'm like screaming, and you go down one at a time, and my guide is like, okay, you gotta reach up, you gotta grab the rope, and you gotta pull to flip yourself back over. And so it's basically like doing a one-arm pull-up. That's how that felt. And it's amazing what kind of strength you can just pull out of nowhere when you feel like your life is on the line, because I grabbed onto that rope and I really pulled myself back to being right side out. Good team. Same thing, opposite side. Go ahead and bring that right hand to the top of the left knee right here and swim that left hand behind you, spinal twist to the left. So anyways, I survived, ta-da. I flipped back over, and then I just went really, really slow. I kind of felt like I was making everybody wait because you go one at a time, but there's nobody's pressuring you. It was totally in your own head. I was in my own head of like, oh, I'm so slow and they're all waiting for me, and I'm just really slow going down this waterfall because I'm scared. So I was going faster than I was actually comfortable with, and when I slowed down, I was totally fine. Good team. Go ahead and come back to center right here. So we're gonna come to an overhead side body stretch. So go ahead and bring the right hand to the side right here. I'm gonna try and avoid getting on the dirt so much. But if you can, come all the way down onto your elbow while keeping that left hip planted, then great. If not, it's also okay to stay up nice and lift right here. And then take that left arm up and overhead side body stretch. Good. You're gonna feel this in the back, in your lower left backside. Good, team. Good, so just breathe into that stretch. Yeah, so rappelling down waterfalls, and the road to Hana is beautiful. I would suggest making lots and lots of stops and getting fresh pineapple and goodies and just checking out all the viewpoints and getting lots of pictures. It's a beautiful drive, and there's a whole lot of waterfalls to see. Good, team. Go ahead and come back to center right here. Same thing, opposite side. Go ahead and come onto the left palm, maybe come onto the left forearm, maybe not, maybe stay nice and lifted, and then bring the right arm up and overhead. Good. I get motion sick, so it was very important for me to be the driver. People that get motion sick, make sure you're the driver on the road to Hana and just make lots of stops. Obviously, you're not gonna be able to see everything when you're the driver so much, because you gotta focus on the road. It's very, very curvy and it's very narrow, so you do have to, very precision driving is what I would say. Go slow, take your time. If someone is really up on you and you have a chance to pull over, just let them go by. Don't feel obligated to speed up. Good, team. Go ahead and come back to center right here. We're gonna go ahead and make our way onto all fours, palms and knees right here. And then when you're ready, go ahead and curl those toes under and peel the hips up nice and high into a down dog. Good, take a beat here to pedal off those feet. Stretch out those calves for a moment here. Shake off your fluff. Good, team, deep breaths. Recovery. Taking that heart rate back down. Good, and then when you're ready, team, go ahead and walk those feet up towards your hands right here and come meet into a forward fold. Let everything go heavy. Maybe clasp opposite elbows, opposite hands right here and sway a little side to side. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly roll it up. So as you moved all day today, vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice and slow. Good. And then we went snorkeling like on our own and not with a legitimate tour or anything. Go ahead and pop on up right here, team. And go ahead and come to a quad stretch. So switch your weight over towards your right foot, stare at something stable, maybe hold onto a wall if you can, and then bring that left ankle up behind you, get a hold of it with your left hand, and ta-da, feel a stretch in the front of your quad. Stare at something stable, so not me, I'm human, I fall and it's windy. So anyways, we went snorkeling on our own. We just looked up like top places to snorkel and went from there. We have our own snorkel gear and stuff like that. And so we just looked up top places to snorkel and went to this place. You guys, we went to this beach and I kid you not, it was like totally clear water. And I was like, wow, this is, you know, if there are fish, we can see them, but I don't see any fish. And I was kind of disappointed and I kept swimming. Go ahead and drop that left foot right there. Shake it off, same thing opposite side. So go ahead and switch your weight over towards your right, or over towards your left foot and bring the right foot up behind you. Get a hold of the right ankle with the right hand right here. Stare at something stable. So then I kept swimming and we kind of stayed closer to shore, you know, because we are by ourselves. There's no boat that's gonna pull us out or anything. And we can see coral. So I was like, okay, there's coral. Normally when there's coral, there's fish. I still don't see any fish. So I'm like, what the heck? So anyways, I poked my head up and I'm trying to talk to Dwayne about what I'm seeing. And then Dwayne is my fiance, by the way. Go ahead and drop, shake it off right here. And then go ahead and bring both arms up overhead as we come into some cactus arms. So on an exhale, we're gonna go ahead and bend the elbows here, bring the thumbs back, pinkies forward, open up the chest, rain it down, cactus arm. Don't worry if you missed it, we're gonna do it a few more times. So just inhale up, move with your own breath right here. As you exhale, and squeeze it down. Good, cactus arm. So anyways, I'm trying to tell Dwayne like what I'm seeing, and I poke my head up, and I poke my head back down. I kid you not, you guys, there's 3 turtles like arm's length away from me. I put my head back in the water and there's like 3 turtles, and it looked like that scene from like a movie or something where they're just like, ah, they're all going in like different directions, but there's 3 turtles like all like an arm's length away, and they're all swimming in different directions, but they're all going like towards me in some way, and I was like, oh my goodness. And then I poke my head up, I'm like, Dwayne, there's turtles. So he comes over and oh my gosh, it was just so cool. It's so much fun. It is turtle season in summertime. So it is turtle season, and we just saw all these turtles and swam nice and close to them. Don't touch the turtles, guys. It's like a rule around here, and you know, let wildlife be wild. So we didn't touch them or anything. We just kind of floated, and it was like if they came near us, and awesome, and if they didn't, that's okay, type of thing. But they came so close, and we just stayed, and they just came so close to us, just curious, you know. It was amazing. So all in all, Maui was awesome. Awesome food, awesome bike ride, awesome sunrise, awesome rappelling, road to Hana, awesome waterfalls, just beautiful, and snorkeling. Oh my goodness, so cool. Anyways, team, on an inhale, go ahead and bring both arms up, make a big clap. Giant namaste, make a round of applause because you deserve it. Go ahead and bring both palms down to the third eye. If you guys enjoyed this workout, please hit the like button and subscribe because I have new workouts every single week. I am home from vacation, so I am back on my workout game. I also didn't work out like the entire time I was there, so I'm getting back into the swing of things right with you guys. All right, team, and stay tuned for pictures of my amazing trip to Maui, and I highly, highly recommend that you go. The divine in me honors the divine in you. Namaste. I'll see you guys next time.